these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Ada and Aholibama and Bashemath, and Ada bare Eliphaz, and Bashemath bare Reuel, and Aholibama bare Josh and Jalam and Korah. And Esau took his sons and his daughters, and all the persons of his house, and his cattle, and all his substance, and went into the country away from Jacob his brother. For their riches were too great to dwell together, and the land could not bear them both. And Esau dwelt in Mount Seir. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of Edom. And these are the names of the dukes of Esau, according to their families, after their places. And Esau was Edom,
and the chiefs that came of him.
and these are the kings that reigned in Edom, before there reigned any king over Israel. And Bela the son of Beor reigned in Edom, and Jobab reigned in his stead, and Husham reigned after him, and Hadad reigned after him, and Samlah
Reigned after him,
and Shor reigned after him, and Baal-Hanan
reigned after him,
and Hadar reigned after him. And these are the dukes that came of Esau, according to their families. And Esau departed from the face of Jacob, and dwelt apart. And thus the generations of Esau are written, according to their houses and their lands. But the covenant line was not in Edom, but in the promise of God to Abraham's seed. Though nations rise and fall, and kings ascend and fade, the word of God remains through every path he made. For human kingdoms pass away like dust upon the wind, but God's eternal promise forever will not end. The story keeps on moving through every land and throne, but the Lord of all creation built his people as his own. And Jacob dwelt in the land where his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. And Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age. And he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. And Joseph dreamed a dream and told it to his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. And he said, "Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. And behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and my sheaf arose, and your sheaves stood round and bowed down to my sheaf. And they said, Shalt thou indeed reign over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it to his father and to his brethren. And the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. And his father rebuked him, but kept the saying. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said unto Joseph, Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren. And Joseph went after his brethren, and a certain man found him wandering in the field. And they said, Let us slay him. But Reuben said, Shed no blood. And they cast him into a pit, and they sat down to eat bread. And they lifted up their eyes and saw a company of Ishmaelites coming. And Judah said, What profit is it if we slay our brother? And they sold Joseph for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt. And Jacob rent his clothes and mourned for his son many days. And all his sons and daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And the Midianites sold Joseph in Egypt unto Potiphar. But the Lord was with Joseph, even in the pit and chains. Though hatred tried to break him, God's purpose still remains. The Lord was with Joseph through sorrow and through night, and even in the darkness he was the guiding light. What men meant for destruction, God turned into a way for dreams that come from heaven will never fade away. it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adullamite. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, and he took her and went in unto her. And she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Er. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. And she yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shelah. And ere Judah's firstborn was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his, and the thing displeased the Lord, and he also died. And Judah said unto Tamar, Remain a widow until Shelah be grown. But Shelah was not given unto her, and Tamar put on widow's garments and covered her face. And she sat in the gate where Judah passed by. And Judah saw her and thought her to be a harlot, because she had covered her face. And he turned unto her, and she conceived by him. And Judah sent a kid, but she was not found, and she brought forth twins. And it came to pass in her travail that one put out his hand, and the midwife bound a scarlet thread. But it came to pass that the other came out first. And she said, How hast thou broken forth? And his name was called Perez. And afterward his brother came out, and his name was called Sarah. And Judah acknowledged, She is more righteous than I. And he knew her again no more. Through broken human stories, the Lord still weaves his plan. Even through fallen pathways, he guides the heart of man. Through hidden pain and silence, his purpose still unfolds. For even in the shadows, his covenant he holds. And from this line of brokenness, a promise would arise. For God redeems the story and lifts it to the skies. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, bought him from the Ishmaelites. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he made him overseer over his house. And it came to pass that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, "Lie with me." But he refused and said, "How can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" And she spoke to him day by day, but he hearkened not. And it came to pass that she caught him by his garment, saying, "Lie with me." And he fled and got him out. And she cried and accused him falsely, and he was cast into prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him mercy, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph all the prisoners, and whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it. And the Lord made it prosper. But Joseph was bound in the place of affliction, yet the Lord was still with him. Though he was falsely accused and cast into the night, God's presence never left him. He held him through the fight, for even in the prison his favor made a way, and what seemed like rejection would turn to brighter day. The Lord is with the faithful through fire and through pain, and those who trust his promise will never trust in vain. And it came to pass after these things that the butler of the king of Egypt and his baker offended their Lord. And Pharaoh was wroth and put them in prison in the house where Joseph was bound. And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them. And they dreamed a dream, both of them, each man his dream, in one night. And Joseph came unto them and saw them sad, and he said, "Do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me them, I pray you." And the chief butler told his dream, And Joseph said unto him, within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head. But think on me when it shall be well with thee, and show kindness unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh. Yet the butler did not remember Joseph, but forgot him. And the chief baker also told his dream. And Joseph answered and said, within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head from thee. And it came to pass on the 3rd day that Pharaoh restored the chief butler. But the chief baker was hanged, yet the butler remembered not Joseph. And Joseph remained in the prison still, but even in forgotten places the Lord was making room. Though men may fail to remember, God's promise breaks the gloom. For timing is not missing, and silence is not lost. The God who walks with Joseph will turn the iron to gloss. And every forgotten moment is written in his hand. For what is now a prison will rise to his command.